Back at practice with IceDogs head coach Ben Boudreau. Coach, I know the weekend you picked up 2 of 4 points, but you had lead in both those games, so left a little bit more to be desired there. What's the message here getting back at practice this week?
Well, just making sure that we're good on our defensive habits again. I mean, it's going to be tough to erase the first 50 games of defensive hockey that we've done. But again, I think we made a lot of strides in setting a foundation and as far as what we expect. And that Barrie is a really good hockey team. I mean, we did some really good things in the neutral zone, but forgot how to play defense in our own zone. Which, with a young team, you have lapses, and so you got to get back to work at it and continue to go as a coach here. So. That Barrie hockey team is a really good hockey team, and you're right, we did have a good lead, and, good teams find ways to come back and win, and that's what they did. And, it was a really tough game against North Bay with the turnaround, but again, I thought Humphries making his debut and finding a way to get a point, and anything can happen in a shootout. So, I mean, more of a glass half full optimism kind of guy. I mean, 4 to 6 points without our captain is, a pretty good little 3-game stretch, and we're looking forward to having him back in the lineup come Friday.
Somebody that stepped up in his absence, which you were looking for, that depth scoring, was Sean Doherty. His last 3 games got 7 points, including a hat trick on the weekend. Just what can you say about number 44 elevating and really, helping you guys out offensively with all the stuff that he does defensively as well?
Well, I think one of the big things that you have to look at the way we do things is, you have to understand is when you buy in and you have success in that role. I mean, team success is going to bring individual success, and you have to understand at the same time too, just because you're on the fourth line doesn't mean you stay on the fourth line. I mean, Sean Doherty's been a guy that's been one of our depth players all year when we've been healthy, but when he's been elevated, I mean, he's had some really good opportunities, both on special teams and in the top 9 alike. And this time around, for Sean, I mean, he's executed 5 goals in his last game, 7 points, I think, in his last 3 games here. He's been a major impact. He's been on the ice with the empty net as far as his defensive play goes. He's been blocking shots, and it's not just the goals and assists. It's those types of impacts that you're looking for. And you're right, as a third-year guy, I think he's stepped up and filled that role very admirably. So when somebody does that, you want to know that when they have success in that role, that they're going to be rewarded, and that's just what we've done, is put him up with Roobroeck and Zada from his statistical success, but not from his statistical success, but his ability to buy in and have an impact up there. And so it's his turn to get a shot up there on the right.
And then you mentioned giving Matt Humphries, earning that opportunity, get his first career start on that, really late start in Barrie and then the really early start in North Bay. So giving him that opportunity with Flores playing that really tough game against Barrie. What did you think of number 82's first career start? Made 41 saves in his debut. I don't think you could ask for much more from a 16-year-old goalie.
No, you just want to win the shootout, obviously, for him. But you're not going to find faults in anything that he did. I mean, I don't even think it should have gone to a shootout. I mean, we were getting so badly outplayed in the first 30 minutes, and I was really quick to say, with a performance like that, you look forward to the future. I mean, we talk about Roobroeck and Zada and Waslin and Galyanov and Creed, and a lot of our young star power that's coming up in the last 2 years draft, and not to mention Frasca and Hotles and a lot of good players. But I mean, Humphries wasn't here all year, but when he played like that, I mean, if he can grow with this core, I mean, you're going to have a really, really good organization and hockey team here for a few years if he can be a backstop and netmind like that more often than not. So I think he's just starting to gain some valuable experience. I wouldn't even say starting to scratch his potential, because he's got so much, and he's just entering this thing here. So it's very new as far as his career path is going, but the way he played gives the coach and I think all of his players around him a lot of confidence, and we all look forward to the next time he gets in net.
And then confidence the last 20 games here, Coach. You got 2 back-to-back home games on the weekend against Sudbury and Kitchener. What's the message here? 20 games left. You're 5th in the conference, kind of 9 points up on that 6th spot, but you could gain a few more spots here and maybe get home ice advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, 5 points back of first. I mean, 9 points up on 6th. I mean, we're in that peculiar spot. Is if we want to be comfortable, we can, and if we want to go for it, that we can as well too. And I'd much rather try to go for it and win every single game down the stretch as much as possible. And getting Kevin is gonna help, and looking forward to a healthy Acidorian in Paris, I think, is going to help. But they're not close. So I mean, yeah, Sudbury, we want to create separation. I think 11 points is much better than 9. And same thing with Kitchener. We only play them twice a year, and we lost the first one. We know how good they are, and we're going to use that as a measuring stick as we get ready to battle and play playoff hockey down the stretch here too. So we got a lot to look forward to. Still a lot of work on as a young group moving forward, and these are all going to be valuable experiences day in and day out on how we prepare for that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Here with IceDogs forward Sean Doherty. Doherty, Sean, 3 games here. I mean, this is what have you been putting in your cornflakes lately? Seems like this offense, 7 points, 4 goals, a hat trick performance. What's been working for you the last 3 games or so?
I think I was just trying to build my confidence in practice, on and off the ice, in the gym a little bit more recently. Trying to get stronger. Just working harder, to be honest. Trying to get back to doing things like the right way, doing the little things, focusing on details, and just trying to play simple and then get my confidence back and then try and play with some confidence, make some moves.
Since you've been here in Niagara, you've been a versatile forward. You've been up and down the lineup, playing on the power play, playing on the penalty kill, playing first to fourth line. Seems like you're a Swiss Army knife. You could play really anywhere that they want you to, and you're going to be reliable out there. Is that something you take pride in your game?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be relied upon. I want to obviously keep working my way up, keep getting better, and if that means I got to work my way up from the fourth, the third, the second, it doesn't matter. I'm going to try and do whatever I can to obviously play with the top line, but it's more fun to play on the top line, to be honest. But it's just you got to do the little things, and it doesn't matter what role you're in, you just got to play it.
And it seems like you started to get a lot more recognition around the league as well. I mean, you were the performer of the night with that hat-trick performance, and you were dialed in on all the details. When you were going through that game, was that something that just kind of came to you, like just another game, or how did you feel out there that night?
Yeah, like I felt good, but it was just like another night, to be honest. Everything just felt like it was coming to me, though. Like, I was just playing, and I just kept getting opportunities, and I took advantage of it.
And you're here with a really young forward group here that's obviously trying to build back up into a team that can be a playoff contender and everything like that. You came over from Sarnia at the beginning of the year, and you've really instilled yourself as somebody that they can rely upon as a leader on and off the ice. How do you feel in that room right now? You guys sit in 5th place in the conference and, continuing to, show people that you guys are for real this year.
Yeah, I feel pretty good in there. We're taking a lot of pride in our season this year, and obviously we don't like where we're at right now in 5th, but there's another big weekend coming up, so I think we can turn some more heads this weekend.
And the road trip, I know you guys wanted to pick up 4 points. You had leads in both games, come away with 2 points out of the possible 4. When you go through a stretch like that, how is easy or difficult is it to remain positive, knowing that you could have came away with both wins, but knowing that you came away with 2 and that you guys are going to go back to the drawing board this week with 2 home games?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously tough, but there's nothing we can do about it now. We just gotta work on some things defensively and try and keep those leads for next time.
Lastly, what's Ben Boudreau's message to you specifically, like what he wants to see from you out there and what you're trying to build the next 20 games and getting yourself ready for playoff shape?
Just keep doing the little things, the details, getting my bumps, managing the puck, making some plays, but just keeping everything simple until just things start coming to me, and then I can make plays.
IceDogs forward Sean Doherty. Sean, continued success and best of luck down the stretch here.
Thank you.
Back at practice with IceDogs forward Charlie Hotles. Charlie, getting your first career point, long time coming there, 22-ish games. How did it feel to not only get a point, but be the main reason that you set up Ryan Roobroeck for that goal in North Bay?
Yeah, it felt great. Just good to finally contribute on the offensive side, and keep going.
And you talk about earning some opportunities, some guys out of the lineup with Paris and Asadorian, but that gives guys like you an opportunity to really showcase what you have and getting into some more regular playing time. How do you feel as you've progressed here from the beginning of the year, getting in that first game in Kitchener and getting a penalty in your first shift to now being a guy that's becoming more relied upon here?
Yeah, for sure. Big difference in my game. I feel Benny and the other coaching staff helped me progress my game. And just keep building on it and keep learning the details. And
you've been a good player at the OJHL level. What do you think was the biggest adjustment for you transitioning to the OHL level and something that you're going to continue to build here because you're still a young player, 16 years old?
I'd say the speed. It's a lot faster up here, and I feel like just keep more time, and I'll keep building on that.
And you got a couple of other 16-year-olds going through the process with you too, and off the ice, I know you guys get along pretty well there with Wasselin, Crete, Nick Frasca, Humphries. There's a couple more of you too in that 17, 16 age group. How easy is that, or does it make it easier of a transition for you coming here with some other young players as well?
Yeah, for sure. Like as soon as I got here, welcomed me with open arms. They're great guys. Knew a couple beforehand, and it's just good because we're a really tight group.
And what's head coach Ben Boudreau and the other coaching staff wanting to see from you as you go forward here the last 20 games on a team that's really trying to make strides here and be a solid playoff team, try to earn home ice. So there's a lot of pressure right now, but what are they kind of looking for you and getting that opportunity to continue to build yourself as a player?
Just playing my role, playing with confidence, making plays, and yeah.
And lastly, Matt Humphries getting called up. I know you've cross paths with him a little bit. How good was this to get to see him in that game on Sunday, get his first career start? And unfortunately, you guys fell in the shootout, but he had a good performance. So what can you tell us about 82 Matt Humphries?
Yeah, we knew what he could do. We knew he could do that, and that's just how he plays. He's a great goalie, and he's just got to keep playing like that.
Lastly, can I ask you about your stick curve and why you chose the Kucherov curve?
I've used it for a while now, and just got used to it. So when Zach, our equipment manager, asks what curve I wanted, I just told him Kucherov.
Hey, maybe you can get as many goals as him one day. But IceDogs rookie forward Charlie Hotles. Charlie, continued success. Congrats on the first point, and look forward to many more.
Yeah, thank you.